ever heard of segregated sleep?
No, enlighten me, and we're rolling.
Okay. Segregated sleep is, I think it's something they used to do maybe like 40s and 50s. I was reading this book, Alchemy of Us. It's pretty good. It's kind of like historical references and a lot of inventions and how they've all connected us throughout the years. And I don't know how insomnia comes into play, but people who are really creative typically suffer from insomnia. And they were talking about segregated sleep, and they named this disorder. It's not a disorder. It's just this activity that happens in the middle of the night where instead of fighting your sleep or like being an insomniac, you kind of embrace this hour and a half that you would typically struggle to like find a comfortable position. You would use that hour and a half to knit a hole in your pants.
Okay, just go get up and just do something.
Do something productive, if you will. Meal prep your breakfast, or I don't know, but like do a workout. Shoot. Take a shower and do a workout and go back to bed and see if that is something you can do in the middle of the night that helps you get back to resting period. But segregated sleep, I started to embrace it. I started doing more things in the middle of the night when I can't sleep, cooking, cleaning.
Does it work?
It does. It does. I feel like I accomplished something. I feel like I set myself up for the next thing that I can get ready to do in the morning and look forward to. You know what I'm saying? It just depends on how you embrace insomnia versus action.
I like it. We're going to try that. We are going to try that. We're going to try segregated sleep. We're going to try it tonight. We're going to just try it out. When the first time I wake up in the middle of the night, we're just going to get up and just do something.
Think of something really great that needs to get done, or I don't know.
I may clip this podcast.
You know what I mean?
Something. There's always something to do. There's always some fucking work to do at home.
There is something always to do.
I hate that. It's been like that for a while now, where work is constantly everywhere. I work at home, there's work there. I can't get away from work because it's my phone.
Yeah.
Like I can't. This shit's getting fucking crazy around here, man.
Me, I don't have enough work. I need work. If anybody needs a life coach, I need a job. I need a client or 6. I've been big chillin'. A little sickly, a little mysteriously stomach aches and pains and things. Yeah. So we're seeing doctors about what might be going on.
Pregnant?
Definitely not.
Are you sure? That one because out. That would be great. Great addition to our pod family.
All of that out. Thank you. You know, we've got all the usual suspects down, but like we're going in for like ultrasounds and
right, because we're child, right?
Well, you know what? Far from it. Yeah. But no, I've had a lot of time. Been big chilling, big resting.
Good. Health is wealth. As I'm learning as I approach my 40s, we're gonna have a dinner. I'm gonna have a dinner. Oh. Of course, you're gonna be cordially invited, but we're gonna have a dinner. I've settled on it.
A dinner party for your 40th?
Yeah, I never had a dinner.
Do I have to wear like a nice dress?
Yeah.
Okay.
Might do STK.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and something nice. Yeah. I like it.
Yeah,
definitely.
Might do something like that. We might have I might do something like that.
I like a dinner. I like to keep it real simple.
Me too.
It's like a party. Like you have a waiter. Like what else do we need?
Yeah, like
I mean,
the only thing I don't want to pay for a thing. I don't want to pay for a thing. That's my only requirement. Is that door locked? Because I see it from
Probably
here.
not.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you might not have locked it when you came in, or I might not have. Yeah, someone could come in.
Okay, but yeah, we're gonna do that. But yeah, maybe getting old is the reason why I can't fucking sleep. I don't know.
What is it?
I don't know. I don't stress out about, I don't have any work beef. I don't have any romantic beef. Like, I don't have any professional beef. Maybe, I could be. But like, do I want to add on a new challenge? I don't want to do that shit. All I want to do is just pod and rap. Have sex. That's it. Whatever order it can come in. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever it can come in. That's what I want to do. I'm getting all of those things, you know, and with the helping of a new 2K. And we have basketball season coming. So things are really like are kind of like shaping up to be great. Financially I'm in ruins, but that's besides the point.
Financially I'm in ruins.
And my mental health wavers every single day. But that's besides the point, or there might be the only point. Depending on what you're asking.
It's hard out here.
It is.
Adulting is really trash. They didn't lie.
Maintaining so many fucking
children.
Things. That's what I was getting to. Beautiful young lady I'm seeing. has children. I see the hell she goes to. No, she's a great mother. Just a great, just a really, really.
Don't doubt it.
Just a great mother. But it's just like the things that, how a kid rationalizes things and how quick they are to just to throw a temper tantrum. I'm like, damn, was I like that as a child? Because I was a really whiny, emotional kid.
Ooh.
I straightened out probably maybe between 10 and 13. I kind of like mellowed out. But before that, I'm talking about crying all on the floor.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Just a really, really emotional.
Interesting.
Respect my feelings, please.
Yeah.
On the floor, like as a mother to deal with that. And my mom was super young too, so to deal with that shit, like, oh, hats off to the mothers and the fathers.
They be really
bugging
it out.
To the moms.
That's why it's so hard to like judge them, but it's also hard not to be judgmental, kind of like how could you not realize that this shit is hard? You know what I mean? To ever like try to judge somebody's thing, it's just like you couldn't. Like,
you can't judge them until you're actually doing that shit. Like you can have an opinion about it, but that's all it is an opinion.
Right.
Yeah, so I can tell you how I think kids should be raised, but
sure, that's just my opinion.
That's just my opinion.
I don't know anything about it in real life. Yeah,
I look at it, I'm like, oh, I don't know if I really want that.
Yeah,
but I do. But 'cause everybody says it's great, but when you just look at the little things that kids kind of put their parents through, they also it's worth it. So
I know there's men who are just like, kids doesn't sound fun. Like kids sound like an inconvenience. Kids seem like a constant worry and stressor.
They're disruptors.
Like, and then some people are like, no, like kids are the most joyful thing in the world, and like that little bit of stress is like so minute and not worth not having them, obviously.
Man.
The perspectives are just all over the place.
I read like a thread on Reddit about just like these are parents describing the meltdowns their kids are having. And a lot of them were like, my son, he cried for 15 minutes because he wanted McDonald's after we already left McDonald's. And he had the burger in his hand. Yeah. And he's switching hands, so he's switching to his other hand, to his dominant hand, wipe the tears off his face, because he doesn't want to get tears in his burger. Sure. And it's not, none of it's connecting. And for a parent, that has to be fucking maddening, because you just like, my nigga, we just in the drive-thru, like we get the toy and all that. Right.
But he probably wanted to like go inside.
Probably.
And we didn't go inside.
That thread told me that it's really hard to really understand your toddlers.
Yeah, man. Like, and I'm like, but bro, we can't go inside right now. Like, we got to go to the house. So
kids are like, yo, I want to watch cartoons. And the parent asks him, like, what cartoon you want to watch? And the kid goes, Baby Shark. And he puts on Baby Shark. Yeah. And then the kid goes, King Shark or some shit. Sure. And then they put on a King Shark. And then the kid goes, Baby Shark. And I'm like, oh, the kid knows it's not neither one of these. It's something with a shark in it. But he knows what it is once he sees it or once she sees it. But she can't articulate, or he can't articulate to his parents. All he knows or she knows is fucking shark.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. Trying to communicate with words is not.
You see how hard it is for us to do it.
Hard. Yeah. Like, I mean, it is hard is what I'm saying. Yeah. Yes. And when kids don't have words, like, makes it harder.
Have words. Use your words, and then hope that you understand what's being told to you. Because from those threads, a lot of parents don't understand. They don't know. They're trying to understand. They're just using their rationalizations and shit like that, and it's just so difficult.
They're just using their form of communication, like.
And it's sound to them, but it's like to a kid, it's like, no, nigga, I said shark. Like, I know what I said. I know it's on the screen, but it's like.
And then it don't even be shark. It'd be like fish.
It'd be some fish or some shit like that.
It'd be like a whole Nemo. And I'm thinking.
He wanted to watch fucking Aquaman because it had a fish in it.
Right, because there is a shark.
It's a shark in it. It gotta be because Aquaman is in the water. I'm only assuming, because I've never seen it.
But like, how much of that would be like an intuitive knowing of your child to be like, I know which they're talking about. Like, I know that they don't mean shark. I know that they mean Aquaman. Like, is that something?
When you're talking about it, when you're referencing it the way we are, where we can just look at the situation and kind of objectively look at it, yes. But when you're actually in it.
No, but I'm saying, like, as a parent who's like around your child and like they're asking for the shark, 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 and you went to the shark and you went to the shark, and then it doesn't occur to you, like, oh, he's talking about Aquaman.
It's not going to occur because he said.
That's what I'm wondering.
Because he said, because the kid said baby shark.
Sure.
And king
but
shark.
Like
Whatever.
the parent who has a grasp on the world and can use deduction and things isn't going to put it together that your kid might be.
Not that quick, right there. Not that quick. Okay. Give him 15 minutes. Oh,
maybe.
Aquaman.
I don't think it's going to take 15 minutes. I think it'll be 2.
Because you're not, because as a parent, in my eyes, you're not connecting Aquaman and shark. You're not connecting that. But not in that split second. It might take you, let's say, 5 minutes or whatever.
I think that I would be immediately like, obviously, my kid is talking about this. That's what I'm saying.
Unless the kid, because I'm assuming in your example, the kid showed something.
Sure.
He was like, or she jumped at the screen and was like, yeah, watching Aquaman.
Sure.
And the part with the shark came up.
Right.
And it was like, oh, yeah, this is
right.
that.
But like, as a parent, do you remember your kid jumping up about the shark part in Aquaman? And so when the kid is asking for the shark again today, and you already tried 2 sharks, do you be like, maybe he's talking about that one time 3 days ago?
That's why I need the other parent to come in for support. Like, just to
but I'm not
in.
talking about needing the other parent. I'm talking about that parent.
I know, but the parent might be struggling. It happens. Like,
I just feel like
you should be more intuitive with your kid. Yeah,
yes.
You should.
That's all. And I think intuitive means paying attention to like a lot of things because their communication is this big, and like it's up to you to be able to like make your communication.
With you. I'm just saying, just in those split seconds, on top of your daily adulting,
sure.
Like you're not gonna like. I'm not gonna say you. Me,
right.
With my goofy ass and my always high ass, I'm not going to connect Aquaman and Shark until I'm like, oh, cause we was watching that shit the other day and the motherfuckers screaming and shit like that. Maybe we wouldn't watch that shit. Yeah, you wanna watch the shark over here? And I was that fast forward to the park, shark and shit.
Yeah, of course.
And then
now
my
you
child
freaking still saved the day. Yeah, no, absolutely. But like, I probably did it in 2 minutes and it took you 15. I'm just,
I got some shit on my mind.
Okay, fair.
I got some shit going on.
Very fair.
That's what I'm saying. The other parent got to come in for support. Like, the shark from the other movie, the movie we watched the other night. Yeah.
Because I can connect it in 2 minutes, and it takes.
Because you can connect it in 2 minutes. Yes.
Got you.
Yes, trust the mother of your kids if you don't know what they're saying. Because if you don't know what you're saying, you can be intuitive too. But you're adulting.
You're just paying attention. Pay close attention.
How many things a day do you have to constantly be aware of in your daily day?
Well.
Okay. Because okay.
I'm intuitive enough to trust my environment, my body, my reactions, the tone and pace of things to like know that I'm in a flow. And if anything is disruptive, that's when we have to stop and pay attention. But for the most part, we're trying to just be present and flowing and not, and in that moment of being, we're being mindful, we're paying attention. Mm-hmm. So I would say that I try to do that as often as possible.
But what are specific things? When you walk outside the house, what are you aware of?
What am I observing? I mean, me, like, I'm literally sensing like danger. So like,
there we go.
Immediately, like, I have that going on. Mm-hmm. And like, I'm also like taking account of like, the day, the weather, what I'm, I have stairs in front of my house. Like, I'm always careful to walk down the stairs. Like, just, I don't know, regular things.
There's a million of those little thoughts a person go through every day. How the fuck am I going to connect Shark and Aquaman? Like how?
I don't know, because I feel like I just am open to like so many things. I don't think that
it's gonna take me a second.
Okay,
it's gonna take me it's gonna like really like I'm gonna be.
It might be like a multitasking.
It might
thing like maybe I'm, can take on more information at once. You know what I'm saying?
How good are babies' memories? Like, do they like remember like? Because this could be like weeks ago, and they could have been like, "Yo."
Mm-hmm. And I mean, they might still remember something. Maybe you have a baby.
That's about me remembering. I might not remember. I don't even sleep at night. Well, then
that's what I'm saying. You're going to be the parent that takes 15 minutes to connect something versus the one who has a better memory, who, again, might just be more intuitive or might just pay better attention.
What if she smokes weed too?
I mean, I'm a person who smokes weed, and I would still like to think that I'm a pretty intuitive person who's aware and pays attention to details and remembers fine details.
I don't know. Anyway, hats off to the parents out there. Like, comment, and subscribe.
We love you, and
we love you.
We have no idea of your struggle, but we're really trying to like give you the most compassion because we know that it's wild.
In our ignorance,
because we don't even know how to adult still.
I'm failing at adulting right now.
We're nothing. Like, we're nobody.
They didn't give us a manual for none of this shit.
Nobody got nothing.
Like they didn't teach us like.
We got a bunch of stereotypes and constructs and things like that. That's what we got. And a Bible. We got some Bibles in there.
Right.
Some Pledge of Allegiances and like a little structure. We got some rules.
Why does all that stuff as a kid you think is so noble? Like we stood up and put our hand over the thing and we did that shit every day. I went to a Catholic school in Linwood. And every Tuesday we went to mass. As a kid, you didn't even know you was going to 2 churches because you went to your regular church.
Sure.
And then you was going to mass every Tuesday. You walked across the street, did all that shit. I'm like, fuck. Still don't teach you shit. We're not equipped we wasn't equipped. When I got out of high school, I wasn't equipped to do anything outside of taking care of a household. I can cook and clean. Bills wasn't really a thing to me yet because I wasn't paying any bills. I didn't get a cell phone until I was maybe 21. So I didn't have those concepts yet, but I would learn that shit alone. But after high school, I wasn't prepared for nothing, especially not the financial. We're just going to make the same mistakes our parents did. And that's exactly what we did. So I don't know how we got on that, but that shit is...
Rules and not having manual and not being raised and not giving just the direction and guidance for real life things. I mean, my parents really tried to shelter me and keep me away from like divorce and like cheating and like all this stuff. Then I went out into the world and I was like, oh my God, everybody's divorced and like cheating and like me too.
Yeah, like, now you too now.
Right. Now I'm a divorcee because my husband cheated. Like, fuck. Nobody warned me about this. I was so sheltered.
That's crazy. So because I look at how kids are being raised damn near every day now. And I think to myself, do I shelter my kids and keep them away from the dangers of the world? Or do I expose them to the dangers of the world and prepare them a little bit? But what's overexposing them and how do I know my opinion?
That's that intuitiveness, I think.
Yeah, I'm just thinking about it now with no kids, you know.
Sure.
But like, I'm like, how do I relate all of this stuff to my child? Because it's different than our parents. You know, we were way more informed than our parents ever were. Like, how do you get that information to a child? You want to succeed in the world and shit. Like, this is a mess. It's a mess. It's a mess. It's a mess. You know, it's a mess.
It's not that bad.
Maybe. There's joys in parenthood. I'm looking at it from a different point of view. That's why. So, I empathize.
I'm Dana.
And I'm Chris.
And this is So.
We're going to have a podcast. Like, comment, and subscribe.
Do those things.
I didn't even know my finger was in the thing right there. Now I'm pointing at you now.